In the previous video, I mentioned that success in interview preparation comes down to two things, the plan and the people. In this video, we're going to focus on the plan because without a clear plan, it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. So here is a plan that works well for most people. I want you to tailor it for your own needs and schedule. We start here with 9 weeks focused on coding. Then spend around 1 month on design system and finally dedicate a few weeks on behavioral interviews. If you're returning to work after a long break, I recommend adding about 1 extra week for each area because you may need more than just a refresher. And if you've never used AI tools for coding, make sure to include time to get familiar with at least one AI tool coding. This is becoming a standard. So let's break this down a little bit more. During the coding phase, your goal is not to memorize problems. What you want is to recognize patterns. That's what interviewers are really testing. You should also take 1 to 2 weeks to master your programming language. So you feel comfortable answering deep questions about it. And most importantly, practice consistently, at least an hour a day, but ideally closer to 3 if you can. So here, once again, I give an example of things that you can review. Spend a week on arrays, questions from LeetCode and HackerRank, a week on strings, a week on linked lists, tags, and queues. Then we have sorting and searching, trees, but also graphs, bit manipulation, and dynamic programming. And then for 2 more weeks, just keep practicing LeetCode and HackerRank questions. Make sure that you do mock interviews with real people who can actually be there to judge you. It's very easy to practice with a whiteboard, but once you have someone staring at you, everything changes. Also remember, for those coding questions, you have to talk all the time. So talking to a real person who's looking at you, who may question your choices, is what will make you well prepared for the real thing. Then week 10, we focus on language-specific questions. If you did not code for a while, add 1 more week. Then we have system designs. The goal is to understand how systems are built and how they scale. Start simple, then you grow your design step by step. You should be able to explain your choices clearly, what database you would use, the pros and cons, and the trade-offs you're making. Some companies will also test oriented object design. So practice designing things like a library system or a parking system. Make sure your classes and methods are clean and well structured. And once again, what you're really practicing at right now is talking and explaining your thoughts. Finally, spend at least a full week preparing for behavioral questions. Do not underestimate this part. This is where companies evaluate how you think, how you communicate, and how you work with others. Sometimes it can make the difference between you and another candidate. So prepare your stories, use the STAR method, and practice saying them out loud. You can completely change this plan. This is really up to you. The most important is to create your own plan based on your own needs and schedule.